お見事
Hello everybody, welcome back. This is our next part in our playthrough of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And looking at our map now, we see we almost have complete map completion. There's just a few small places left to go. And of course up to the final parts where we're going to challenge Richter Belmont. Before we do that, there's a few small things to get, a few small alcoves we haven't explored yet. So we're going to do all that and head up to our boss encounter. There's actually going to be a lot of fun stuff to do today. Okay, so let's keep on going until we get to the goat's head. That's going to put us next to Orlox's chamber. Oh, and by the way, I was paying a little bit more careful attention, and I believe the spelling isn't Orlox, it's Olrox. So we want to go up. Actually, we don't want to go up. No, we don't want to go up. We want to go side. Yeah, so anyway, I don't really mind so much calling him Orlox. I think that sounds better. Aquamarine. As you can see, we got our cool maybe jewel sword. So everybody we hit's gonna turn into something. So basically what we want to do now, we have the spike breaker, so we're gonna go up and to the left to that place where we can actually use it. And we're gonna see what's over there. And we're gonna find out actually it's something very, very important. And let's not forget over here, there was a secret I was aware of, but I didn't show it. Come on, guys. You're supposed to turn into stuff. There's a secret right here that I was aware of, but I couldn't fly, so didn't really do me much good. Now we could fly, and now we could find out what is over here. And it is the Holy Sword. And I like this thing. Cross hilt, strong versus undead. And I think it has a very simple, yeah. Just basically pumps up with holy power. And so the skeletons, it's pretty badass. Doesn't turn them into anything though, but that's fine. And as I said, it doesn't really matter, even if we use the jewel sword and turn everybody into, you know, turn everybody into jewels and, you know, zircons and aquamarines and all that. Doesn't really matter, because we're actually going to do our trick today. And we're going to get all the money we could ever need and a whole lot more. Hi there, jerk. Spectral sword. Now, you know, if it's going to be like this, there's not a whole lot of point in using this. Let's go ahead and put on all of our luck stuff. A la carte. And where's that shield? A la carte. Walk armor is getting stronger, but let's get way weaker. Let's get way weaker and pump up our luck. But I do love this sword. I mean, it's really fast. You can just go. The jewel sword, it feels like it just sits there for a while. It doesn't really do anything. Okay, so let's go back up to that chamber. We're going to have another meeting with an old friend. And I'm not wrong this time. We really will. Okay, let's put on that spike breaker. Get rid of all the spikes. And I mean all the spikes. Oh, and here's something amusing. I always get a kick out of this. Even as spikes, you can break the spikes. Or I'm sorry, even as mist, you can break the spikes. That just cracks me up. Like, what's the thinking behind that? And yes, we'll get every single one of them. We'll get those others on the way back. Okay. Maria.
So, did you find Richter?
I don't know if he's the one you're looking for, but I found a Belmont.
Really? So he is here.
But the one I saw was the enemy. He was the lord of this castle.
That can't be true. You're wrong. I must go now.
So she seems pretty upset. She left behind the silver ring. Now, if you recall, in our last playthrough, we got something called the gold ring from our succubus friend. The gold ring says, "Where clock?" Silver ring says, "In tower." So we're going to have to put that 2 and 2 together, figure out the puzzle, which is actually pretty simple. At least it's simple to me now. I, of course, as I said, just played through the first time. I didn't quite get it. Didn't quite read carefully enough, but now we know. Okay, so Zircon. See, we don't even need the jewel sword at all. Okay, so let's go back to where we just came from. We could go this way, we could go down. It doesn't really matter. Basically, we just want to get back to the center of the castle. And let's try and get there fast. Oh, out of magic. And if I don't miss, yes, if I can actually fly just high enough. Can I just make it up here? Yes, just barely. We'll get our magic back. And then now we can be as reckless as we want. Okay, we're still wearing that spike breaker, right? Yes! Lousy spikes. Hate spikes. Get rid of all of them. I don't care the mana cost. Thank you, sword. Thank you, sword. Anything drop? Coin. Nothing special. Okay, so let's go down. And we'll just speed through here. Okay, so we got a bunch of little stuff to do today. Make sure we can get through it. No drops. Okay, so there's a couple things that we were missing in the center right here. Because the first time we came, we couldn't fly. Now we can, and we're going to get a very interesting item. Remember, if you recall, I keep saying this thing is, this game is Metroidvania, right? And so the item that we're going to get very shortly is the most Metroid of the Metroidvania items we're going to get. And now we can actually fly up here, and let's check it out. And I'm really hoping that the gardener out there with the leaf blower is not coming in too strong. I hope it's not disturbing. Okay. We get the potion, the hammer, and the life apple. The hammer and the life apple, I can show you really quick. They're just things for the familiars. You can't use them. And I think even though it says familiar, it's just the fairy, I believe. Yeah, familiar use only. Familiar use only. So, I believe that's only for the fairy to use. I don't think that the sword would actually use that. Okay, and the gravity boots. That sounds very much like Metroid, right? So basically, gravity boots. Push down, and then up, and jump. In a really fast succession. Down, up, jump. And there you go. And that's what we needed to do our little librarian trick. So we're going to do 2 librarian tricks. But very quickly, if you recall, we had those 2 rings. And they say, where in Clock Tower? So actually, it turns out I was totally right to call this place the Clock Tower. And then now, count the number of bell chimes. Yes, 13. As John DiMaggio might say, the number of the beast. Heart max, life max, always very much appreciated. And let's go see what's down here. And I really love everything about this place. The design, the evil pentagrams, the creepy music, the chanting music. It's all really, really cool stuff.
Alucard?
How'd you get here so fast?
Maria?
I'm sorry. You were right. He has joined forces with the enemy.
So it was a Belmont after all.
But someone must be controlling him. Whatever we do, we can't harm Richter.
But he must be stopped.
I know. Well, here. Take these with you.
What are these?
If you wear these, you can see beyond evil illusions.
Thank you. 'Tis best then if you pray for the soul of your friend.
And yes, we noticed that Maria has diction lessons. Richter, we must save Richter. So you're just gonna hang out, huh? Okay. Now this looks very, very bizarre and creepy. We've got a bunch of eyeballs and fingers. Again, I love it. I love the design. It's really, really cool. And let's just keep on doing our jump. Get out of here. We've got map completion. Okay. So we're basically finished with most, all the main things. I'm going to go to the library. And I'm going to do that by demoing the library card. And then we're going to have a lot of fun with our librarian friend. Okay. Okay. So, 2 tricks that we could do with this guy. We'll do the most funnest one first. Okay, this doesn't really matter. What we're wearing doesn't really matter. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do what's called the Sword Brothers glitch, the librarian glitch, and this is gonna let us get basically infinite money. So what this trick does is it takes whatever jewel that you have, and it brings it to 255, which is the max count for the game. So this is how you do that. You have to initiate the Sword Brothers spell, which you just have to know because you can't buy it. You have to initiate that spell, and then when it goes on, Maybe I should just do it instead of explain it. So first we're going to do Sword Brothers. Down, up, hold it. Down, shoot. Then talk to him.
I'm interested in
Then
this.
go to your jewels. And whichever one is the most expensive, like this one, Garnet, or even the Onyx. Okay, you want to sell it to where there's only one. And then now that we did Sword Brothers, we can hit start and we can go to our menu. Equip. There's only one more, right? Equip it. So the Garnet was expensive, and what else was there? Onyx was expensive, and there's only one. Hit start, and then sell those things. Okay. Sell your Onyx, sell your Garnet. And then what that did was, because we have one in our inventory, and because we sold it, the game says, I don't know what to do, so I'm just going to reset it to 255. So now we have 255 Onyxes, and it doesn't say it. It doesn't say it right here, but also 255 Garnets. I don't know what the heck happened to it, but trust me, it's there. Let's go and talk to the librarian, and we'll see. Sell gem, Garnet. And if you see, the number is E5, which means it's too high for the computer to count. So go ahead and sell the shit out of it. To get the duplicator, we need 500,000. Now again, we have, see, E1. It's too big for it to count. So let's just go ahead and sell all of these. 73. Sell them all. Okay, so now we've got 999,999. And now we can buy whatever we want. And we're gonna buy mana prisms. Let's buy a bunch of mana prisms. Let's buy a bunch of hammers in case we need it, in case we get stoned. Magic missile we got, Waka knife we got, boomerang. Let's buy at least one of every projectile. Shuriken, cross shuriken. Buffalo star pretty good, and flame star very good. Okay, you don't have to giggle every time I buy something, buddy. I like these two brands. The Harper, nothing special, but let's get everything. Let's see here. Let's see, let's get the Joseph's Cloak. We could change to however we want to. Let's see, we don't need that. The duplicator. And then let's just go ahead and get all of the magic scrolls. Alright, we are totally set. And we could do all these, but they all take a while, so I'm not gonna show them just now. Okay. Let's test out our duplicator. Let's see, so now we can only have one Ring of Arda. We're not so tough, but we can still have a whole lot of fun. Let's see here. One of the funnest things to do is to put the meal ticket on. And then let's demonstrate the karma coin. Coin with two effects. So the meal ticket, you can just get all the food you can possibly eat. And there's a lot of odd foods. Red bean bun, gyros plates. There's one that I specifically want to see if I can demo. Pineapple pizza, sushi, spaghetti, grapes, barley tea. Okay. I'm not seeing it just now, but dim sum set. There's something that it would come out. It's called natto, which was a real food that my wife loved, but I couldn't stand. Anyway, let's take this off. Let's put on our Buffalo Star. Let's see, there we go, the Flame Star. And also let's demonstrate the Karma Coin. Karma Coin, heads or tails. Tails is bad. And I believe that would attack somebody. And tails. Give me a heads, would you? course you're gonna do this. Now that we're recording. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, it could be either good or bad. But I think either one, it's gonna attack the enemy. What I would recommend at this point, if you've got all this stuff that we've got, then you should get one thing in your hand that you can use as a constant weapon, like a flame star. And in your offhand, get something that just destroys everything on screen, like the Power of Styre. So, we can basically enter a room like this. Oh yeah, so we've gotten pretty indestructible. There's a little bit, like I said, of a sacrifice to be made, because now we can't have 2 rings of Arda. But it's not a big deal. And let's get our map completion for this part. Okay, one more small thing. Okay, so we've basically done everything, and that just leaves our last little confrontation with Richter. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Actually, there's one more thing that I can recall that we didn't quite do, which was there was a pentagram back down in the water place. So I'm going to get that really quick, and then we're going to go back up and take on our boss. So I'll see you in a minute. Another small thing that we kind of forgot. Not a big deal, but of course it's good to demo it. My garnets. We've got all the garnets we could possibly use. Okay, see you in a minute. I noticed there was a little something over here we missed, so let's go pick that up. There we go. Pentagram. Okay, let me keep on searching. Oh, thank God. Finally, we got the drop of the Medusa shield. That has got to be one of the most stubborn drops I've ever farmed. Even with our incredible 139 luck, good lord. Anyway, let me demo that real quick. Very, very fun shield. This is one of our offensive shields. I believe there's only one more offensive shield in the game, and that's the Dark Shield. Gorgon shield, Gorgon-headed shield, and we can use this like this. Of course, it's not going to work on these Gorgon heads, but let's use it on somebody else. Like this guy. Bam! Yes, that is our shield tearing them up. Not turning to stone, but just tearing them up. And I believe maybe there's a secret way to use this. Oh, okay, I'm not quite sure. Let me do a little bit more research, but anyway, we finally got it. The Medusa head shield. Okay, here we are. This is the pentagram that we didn't get from before. So let's pick it up now. There we go. And let's demo it. It's not bad. I think that I like the Power of Styre better. But let's check it out. $83 damage. Not bad at all. And again, our duplicator can just use it as much as we want. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to head all the way up to the top and face our boss. I'll see you in a minute. Okay. Now let's teleport. We're gonna find the head of the lion. Nope. There we go. Alright. Let's take on Richter the way we always should have. With a bit of compassion. You may be wondering, I said we're going to do 2 secrets with the librarian. We're going to do another one, but there's a drop that he has that only comes about after we do what we're going to do now. So let's do that first. Okay. I think that we're nice and prepared. What should we take him out with? You know, I could just use pentagrams again and again and again. Let's not do that. Let's actually try and get some real hits on him. Let's go ahead and use... I don't think that we want a la carte stuff, because he's a... You know, we saw last time, he's pretty strong. And where is a good shield? There's my shaman shield. And we don't need our spike breaker. Let's use our... Ooh, our defense is significantly down. Now that we're not using the other Ring of Varda. Well, let's go ahead and put it back on. Okay, and we've got our lightning sword, so with Thunderbrand. Okay, let's take him on like this.
I've been waiting for you.
Answer me. Why is a Belmont planning the resurrection of Count Dracula?
Count Dracula rises but once every century, and my role is over. If I can resurrect him, then the battle will last for eternity.
Okay, so remember, we saw our friend Maria, jerk, and Maria gave us something called the Holy Glasses, which sees beyond magical curses. So let's put that on and see what we can see. Aha. Oh, we don't want our sword familiar, because he might screw things up. Let's play our fairy card. We don't want to hit our buddy, because actually he's a good guy. He's been tricked by this. Not trying to hit you, buddy. There we go.
You've defeated me.
It's
But
Shaft!
I'm not yet lost. The resurrection of Count Dracula is at hand.
You damn right it is. And what's going on? Did we beat the game? Do we have to fight Dracula right now? Actually, not at all. There's another castle in the sky. And because it's in the sky, you guessed it, it is upside down.
No. What have I done?
Thank you, Alucard, for saving Richter.
Alucard? The same Alucard who fought alongside my ancestor, Trevor Belmont? That was over 300 years ago.
No time for small talk. Is the person who controlled you in that castle over there?
Well, is he? Spit it out.
Yes, I think so.
Maria, take Richter and leave here. I'll finish this.
All right. Good luck.
And this game is all moving by itself. I'm not touching anything. Now we teleport. And wow. The whole castle upside down. Cool, we got the holy water to start off with. In fact, yes, it's all upside down. This is the throne room we just came from, all upside down. But the items, they tend to be pretty much exactly what they were before, with some slight modifications. Remember, this was the cross. And yeah, we got to do the whole castle in reverse order. So we're gonna save that all for next time. Let me just get a few items here. And don't worry, because the castle that we just finished, the royal cloak, the castle that we just finished, we can go back to. In fact, we can use that beginning spot as a teleporter, and we can use the meal ticket. Look at the fairy. What are you doing? The bastard sword. Okay, let's check some of these things out. I probably shouldn't have done that thing with the food, because now I've got a whole huge list. That just kind of gets in the way. Okay, the bastard sword. Standard sword, nothing special about it. Yeah, no special thing to it too. But we also got a cloak, which Constitution raises. It's a blue cloak. I don't like the look of it too much. It's a little bit better. But something that we also bought was Joseph's cloak, and we can make this however we want to. So let me just demonstrate that really quick, and then I think that we're going to call it a day. Cloak color. So yeah, you can make the outside whatever you want to. Yeah, you can make the outside red, green, blue, the lining, however you want to. Right now it looks like our final cloak, so I'll keep it like this just for now, but we might change it later. The only difference between this and our actual a la carte cloak is that the actual one pulses red, which looks pretty cool. But I like how this one looks anyway for now. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and in our next session we're going to start exploring the castle in reverse. 見てくれてありがとうございます。さようなら。